Coffee brewing as the sun peeks through the haze. Birds are chirping, serenading morning's praise. Front porch creaks as dreams fade away. America's awakened to a brand new day. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, wanting just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Tractors rumble, fields coming alive. Big wheels turning where hopes and dreams strive. Laughter echoes down the old dirt road. America's awakened to lighten her load. America's awakened to lighten her load.
Hey there, Veteran Nation fans. I am talking to you today because I have teamed up with a company that's dedicated to supporting veterans. What they do is they help you gather all the medical evidence that you're going to need to submit a VA disability claim. Now, it's all that is designed to help you get the benefits that you have earned. Right now, more than 17 million veterans don't have their full benefits. And if that sounds something familiar, either for yourself or a family member, now is the time to act. With this company, what they offer is free consultations with the medical team so they can figure out how they can best help you. And what they provide is board-certified doctors with experience working with the VA, comprehensive medical documentation for both physical and mental conditions, and the services that they provide include nexus letters, telehealth evaluations, DBQs, TDIU, aid and attendance, and so much more. What you're going to do is you're going to click the link that's in the description of this video and sign up for a free consultation. Make sure you do me a favor, share this, and also tag a veteran. Let's help more people get every single thing that they have earned.
Hey, sorry about that, guys. I'm just sending one thing right now. There we go. I hope you're having a great day. I am having a very good day. I see Hellhound is here. Good to see you. Good to see you. How's it going in your world, Hellhound? I know I'm doing all right. Yeah, it's I can't complain. This has been the easiest summer ever since I lived out here, and people are like, "Don't jinx it," and I'm like, "Look, the summer's half up, and today it's going to be 98. Like, do you know how easy that is? Next week or this weekend, it's going to go up into the hundreds. Like, I normally was getting hundreds a month and a half ago. It is unreal, unreal. But we've had several days of clouds, Today it looks sunny, so we'll see what it ends up being. I can't complain. It's been going really good. It's been really good. I've been trying to make sure that things are calm. Um, s- so have you guys seen the movie The Odyssey? Uh, I went and I saw it because my son wanted to see it. I probably wouldn't have paid to see it if it was just me. Just to be honest, like the trailers looked good, but I didn't like the things I was hearing about it. Hey, Larry, good to see you. Um, yeah, the trailers looked really good, so we went and we saw it. And I've seen several of these Christopher Nolan movies, and it was. Here's what I'll say: it was like Dunkirk. If you like Dunkirk, if you're like, hey, I love that movie, you're gonna love the Odyssey. But I know a lot of people were like, I Dunkirk had good visuals, it had some good scenes, but there was a lot of boring parts. That's how the Odyssey is. Like, it's great scenes interrupted by really long explanations that I'm like, a lot of this could have been cut, but it's trying to like build up. And just like Dunkirk, there's like this reveal at the end that it's like I didn't think it was that good of a reveal. And the other thing I don't like about it is, so spoiler alert. So you mute your thing right now. Uh, the other thing I didn't like about it is the big hero of the Trojan War is not in the movie, like not at all. And I'm like, this is so stupid. It is only about Odysseus and a lot of other major characters from the Iliad and the Odyssey are just cut out. Now I understand doing saying I just want to do the Odyssey part, but even in the part where they do show the Trojan War, they leave like the big parts out. Um, so it was a flop. Yeah, well, this is why I'm talking about it. So it's come very clear. So on Rotten Tomatoes, it's got like a 95% score uh, the uh, for the critics, and then a 97% audience score. I hope you guys realize that that makes it the highest rated movie in all of Rotten Tomatoes by the audience. And I'll tell you, I don't believe that for one bit. I've seen people who I know have seen it who feel kind of the way I do. Like it's not a it's not a perfect film. Whereas there's films out there like the one I'll give you an example, The Shawshank Redemption. Shawshank Redemption, like I don't know many people that really like those that have problems with it. They're very minor problems. It's a very good story, and it's a very good. It was told very well. This while this is a good story, I don't think it's told very well, and that's just my honest assessment of it. But now, if you go to IMDb, it's got an 81% audience score. That that seems that seems right for me. Is it a movie I would watch again? Yes, but I'm not paying for it. I'll watch it on streaming. If it's on TV, I might stop uh, flipping channels. Hey, good morning, Georgie's mom. Good to see you. Good morning, Cinder. Good morning, Paul. I didn't I didn't welcome you guys. Good morning, Greg. Good to see you. Um, good morning, Larry. Good morning, Hellhound. So there, I think I got everyone. But yeah, if you like Christopher Nolan's movies, and here's the thing, I like some of his movies. I don't like all of them. I really liked the Batman series he did. Uh, what was it? Shutter Island? Yeah, not for me. Not for me at all. But I get that there are people who love his movies. Dunkirk was okay. Like my son loved Dunkirk, loved it. There were parts of Dunkirk I thought were great, really great. I didn't like the whole timeline. Like Memento, I thought was great, and I thought the timeline made sense there. Dunkirk, I was like, you don't need to do this. I was like, breaking up the timeline is not important to the story. I don't hate it. I'll watch it again, but I'm not paying for it. That's to me, that's the issue. And now we're getting reports that they are, oh, Georgie's mom sends 800 joules. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I wish my board were working right now. I would do the sounds, but thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Um, uh, but yeah, the only high ratings is because of who's in it. Um, I thought it was cast very well. I actually think this is one of Matt Damon's best roles, and he does some of the best job in it. Um, there are others. Anne Hathaway, I loved her in it. Tom Holland is good. Robert Pattinson is good. I hated Rob. Like, I'm not a guy who hates Robert Pattinson. I hated him in this movie. He does such a good job. Um, John Leguizamo sucked. Like, I just don't get why Hollywood keeps casting him. Like, if you're casting him as a token Hispanic guy, I'd be like, okay, yeah, but this is not that, and he's not like that was such a big role. It could have added a lot to the story, but I'll just tell you, I didn't think he was that good. I know people are like the whole people were talking about Helena Troy and her sister. I forget the sister's name. Being black one. I want to point out the subtle racism of Hollywood. They think they're doing like great things. Yeah, Helena Troy, and they make a little bit of a issue about her beauty, but in other movies they make it way more central. In this, they make her treachery more central. She ran off with another man. And then her sister, who's married to King Agamemnon, uh, kills him. Like, and the fact that that's the two roles you cast black women, like, I'm like, okay, well, I guess that's a choice. I get like Hollywood is so like they're racist, but not in the people who scream racism. It's a very subtle, like it's the subtle racism, the racism of low expectations, of stereotypes. That's what it is. Hey, Stacy, good morning. Robert Patterson was a shit Batman. I liked him as Batman. I didn't like him as Bruce Wayne. See, that was the thing. Like uh, I thought Ben Affleck would be a horrible Batman. I actually liked him as Bruce Wayne. I really liked him as Bruce Wayne, and I thought he was a good Batman. I just thought that he dealt with shit storylines. Justice League was okay. I did not like Batman versus Superman. I thought it was very forced. So powerful, so brave. Yeah, the whole Elliot Page stuff, which that dude, for being a guy, that dude is out there whining a lot and bitching a lot. Like he needs to man up. But yeah, the fact that they are on Rotten Tomatoes deleting negative reviews, and also people are now saying that they are buying tickets. Like there's people out there buying tickets trying to prop the movie up. Here's the thing: it's doing well. It needs to cross 700 million. Chances of it needing over 700 million are pretty good. Like it might need more than that. Uh, will it have the legs? I don't know. I think it's going to easily do 500-600 million without a doubt. I don't question that at all. But to make money, because its budget was over 250 million, so and that's budget. We're not talking marketing. So that means it's got to make at least 600 million, and if the marketing was 50 million, that means it's got to make at least 700 million. So it's got to do really well still going forward. If it has if it has a drop off over 50% this weekend, I don't know if it's going to make it. Let's talk about the mental toll it has on so many people who had a crush on Elliot Page growing up, only to have her become a man. Like, I like my whole thing with these lesbians who then become men. First off, you're stupid. You don't want to be a man. You don't want to be a man because men are treated like shit. And if you start telling me you're a man, I'm gonna call you a whiny little faggot. That's what I'm gonna do. And you know he he is doing a lot of fucking whining out there. Like that's not what a man does. So that's how I see this stuff. I'll treat you like a man, but you're not gonna like it. I saw that Mandalorian Grogu didn't do as well as projected. It it didn't do well because like they like they were doing the bait and switch. Like, oh, we're gonna give you these things that we know you like, but then and this was absolutely the case of the third season of Mandalorian Grogu. But then we're gonna switch it out with shit you don't like. Like Lizzo and Jack Black making cameos. I'm not joking. If you haven't seen the third season of Mandalorian Grogu, Jack Black and Lizzo make a cameo, and it is stupid, and it's pointless, and the stuff they do, like I would much rather. I'll tell you this: I would much rather watch either of the Ewok Caravan of Courage movies, which were from the 80s, and it was just a blatant way to sell Ewok stuff. I would rather watch those. Those are better written movies than the third season of Mandalorian and Grogu. And what it did was it turned me off. What they're trying to do is take what worked once before and just squeeze every life out of it while changing it. And that doesn't work. Yeah, two new Magic Force babies. Yeah, it's stupid. It's stupid. It takes away from everything. ICE is creating a lot of affordable housing. Oh yeah, yeah, very true, Dan. Yeah. Well, New York. Do you guys see that Sean Penn has fled New York? Why? Because it's too expensive. He's got a $41 million place, and now Mendami is raising the prices, so he's getting out of Dodge. That's what happens. Same thing. Same thing with California. Same thing. I'm fortunate to be in a very poor part of California where it affects us, but like I saw yesterday, someone was trying to sell their home in Yucca Valley for $450,000. Is Show of hands, people. Show of hands. Who wants to live in Yucca Valley, California, and pay almost $500,000 to do it? And the thing is, when these Californians leave, they go to other places and they're like, "Oh, a home for $400,000. What a deal." Because they were paying over $1 million to live in LA. And what it does is inflates home prices in places like Colorado, Portland, Austin. That's what it does. And all they're doing is creating a bubble. All they are doing. So like people are like, are you are you mad about these Californians leaving? No. When they're the liberals, they're going to the liberal places. They're going to Seattle, they're going to Portland, they're going to Colorado. The Republican Californians, when they leave, they're going to Las Vegas, they're going to Arizona, they're going to Texas. That's not Austin. The hippies who leave California are going to Austin. So, do I think they're going to amass power anywhere? No, I don't. They're not going to gain anything that they haven't already gained. Thank you, Georgie's mom. She sent me another 200 jewels. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm worried my area might begin to fall into Sharia law. Uh, the downside is, and it'll probably kill your property values when it does. I've told this story. I had a friend who lived out in Landers, and I was talking with them, and they were like, "Well, my home I can sell for 600,000." and I can get 600,000. I was like, where are you getting that? Well, that's what my neighbor is selling theirs for. I was like, is it sold? No. I'm like, well, so if they're not selling, how can you get that? You can ask that. They're asking that. Doesn't mean you're getting that. And here's the thing. A price in any market, a home that's priced right will sell. Kathy Kathy was watching Stacy and Georgie yesterday and then doing her posts on Facebook. Like we're actively watching their Facebook. There were people like who were looking at her Facebook and then reporting them. Like when I'm on, if which I know Kathy's watching, but if she's posting on Facebook, I don't give a shit. Like you have 0 following. I don't care. I do have a couple things I want to show you guys. Um, this is a video I want to show you guys. We're not going to watch the whole thing. I have seen the whole thing, and yeah, with this one, this is the new trend. The new trend of women in dating is to bring their friends along.
Good, what's up? So the one of the girls left. This is the rest of them. This is their bill right now. He has the money to cover it. He has a wad of money, but he's saying that they can't. They're not paying.
Right here, these two on the end?
These two right here.
All right, if they don't want to pay, you press the charges?
Absolutely.
Okay. Good evening.
And your friend. But her,
How you doing?
I do. I'm
I am paying for everything. I have Zelle.
Okay, slow your roll, man.
I didn't.
You don't need to yell in my face. Just pay your bill.
I'm.
Just pay your bill. Just pay your bill.
No, listen.
Don't touch me either.
Are you upset?
I don't know why you're getting all loud and yelling in my
Sir,
face.
I didn't sleep.
Okay.
Are you
don't
gonna
yell.
understand or
Just
not?
pay the bill.
So she's clearly drunk. Well,
I have the money.
Okay, then pay
oh,
the bill.
that's from the
I
video.
had friends from high school, two
Okay.
friends from high school,
Okay, here's your deal.
and they were being rude. I just met this guy 2 days ago. I'm on a date with
I
him.
don't really...
I know you don't care, but I'm just telling
Listen,
you.
pay your bill so you don't have to go to jail.
Sir, can you listen?
I'm listening.
My phone is dead.
Okay.
So she's clearly drunk, and yeah, the there's these women today. Like they're all strong, independent women. Do you ever notice how men never have to say, "I'm a strong, independent man"? They just are. Do you ever notice that? But these women, like I need to put on the soundboard Bill Burr saying there's a rash of gold digging whores in this country because there is. Some of these women have been told, "Oh yeah, these guys will do stuff for you," and guys will, to an extent. But these women are like, "Oh, these guys only want sex." Well, what else are you offering them? What are you offering them? Like, here's the deal. I really dislike that line, right? Ooh, I bet I might start doing that to you, AVA, when we're on stream. I might be okay. Here's the deal. Um, but you heard this woman from herself say she invited these women, and then the guy shows up later, and they're just expecting him to pay. Like, that's ridiculous. Pay your freaking bills. Do you ever notice how single women, act like paying their bills is some type of flex? It's the minimum you have to do as an adult. The minimum that you have to do. So, congratulations, you can be a basic bitch. So I just wanted to show that. I'm not going to get far like that video. If you want it, I'll send it to you. But I wanted you guys to hear from herself. That is exactly what that woman did. And she admits it right at the beginning. And it's like, why are women doing this shit? Because that's not the first video I've seen of that. This one is from Jacksonville, Florida.
Mill today. This is the Oakleaf neighborhood where 155 homeowners will have to pay a $1,000 special assessment to sue their 28-year-old neighbor. That's Bethany Michelle. She inherited a home after her father passed away, and today we are hearing from some neighbors who agree with getting her out.
It's really not about this young lady. It's about enforcing the age requirements across the board. They have the right to choose to live in an HOA, and they bought into an HOA where it's 55 and above. I mean, yeah, there are some younger folks like me that live in here, and that's fine because I live with somebody that's over 55.
Okay.
You know, and while her dad was alive, there was no problem with the young lady living here. But the rules are the rules, and if we don't enforce the rules for one, we can't enforce the rules for all.
So you're under 55 living with your mom in this neighborhood?
Yes.
So if the same situation were to happen to you, you would
If my mom was to if something was to happen to my mom and she was to pass away, I would fully be under the understanding that I would not live here. Like, I cannot live here because I'm not 55.
Now, how do you feel about the litigation and the $1,000 you all will have to pay?
No one's excited about the $1,000. No one.
This community is now getting national attention because of this issue, and that's bringing up some mixed feelings. So how are you feeling about all the national attention?
It's been a lot. Like, me as a person, personally, I am not equipped to deal with this. But being that I have been put in a position to potentially become an advocate.
Here's one thing I do want to say about this. Suing is a choice. You do not have to sue. You do not. So all these residents having to pay $1,000, they are making the choice. Absolutely. If they act like, oh, poor me. No, you're making the choice. You made this rule and you are making the choice to enforce it. So this is if you have to pay that $1,000, that's self-imposed.
For caregivers to become maybe one of the first to figure out what goes on in a situation like this, to potentially even change the laws, because there are people who have reached out to lawmakers on my behalf. It's bittersweet, but it's for a good reason. Whether the outcome is in my favor or not, this needs to be very clear for all homeowners, all 55 plus people with caregivers.
Personally, I think she should move. I think her dad did her the great honor of leaving the house to her. But I mean, this is an over 55 community where they've chosen to be over 55. And I think it's really unfair that one homeowner who doesn't want to follow the rules is saying, all of you have to pay to sue me to get me out.
Boss says buy her out if they are that upset. And honestly, that would be the cheapest way for all involved. Here's why they probably don't want to do that, because that gives her the power. She could say, okay, well, I'm going to charge this much. And what I would say is, if I were this HOA, take the money, and be ready to sue, but I would use that as part of the negotiation with her. Now, ABA says HOA needs to go. It makes problems worse. I can see the benefit of HOAs, especially for older people, because you don't want to be doing lawn work. You want to be in an HOA where someone's doing your lawn work. You want to have your general maintenance taken care of, so I understand the benefit. I do think there's a lot of HOAs that are absolutely crazy. Absolutely. Not all. So for me, I will probably not live, and I'll give you an example. My ex, I grew up in a very working collar middle class household. My ex grew up poor, but she felt she should live in a country club. And she had expressed that to me. Like, when we retire, I want to go to a country club. And I was like, have you ever lived in a country club? And she was like, no. I'm like, have you ever worked at one? No. I have. You will never catch me living in a country club. Like, it is not for me. For those, if it's for you, it is for you. Not for me. Like, it is not my type of place. And just because it's a very overglorified HOA. Everyone's going to be in your business. You can't have these bushes. you can't park your car there. But that's part of the deal that you signed a contract going in. So I'm not taking this woman's side and I'm not taking the HOA side. I'm saying that these two actually they both are ridiculous and should come to some type of agreement. Like the HOA, like if they said to the woman, "Look, we will buy half the house and rent it out, and we will make money." I think that's a really good middle option, or just buying the house if she's willing to sell it. She's probably not willing to sell it because her dad lived there and there's memories. That factors in. Larry says, my understanding that a 55 community has to be 80% over 55. That leaves 20% that can be under. Yeah. It really depends upon the state, because those are generally state rules that allow for local conveyances. And this is where people don't understand is there's local conveyances and things that, the HOA and the people can and can't do. And those are your state and local laws. And people never pay attention to those. Uh, I actually do like learning about that stuff. I'm very nerdy like that. Um, but it's just like, they're putting a data center. My parents bought on a lake several years ago, and I encouraged them to buy. They were like, "Well, we don't know if," and I was like, "I'm gonna tell you, you buy this house, you're gonna make money." And sure enough, the price of their house is over doubled. And they're putting in a data center in the area. Not anywhere like right near them, but it is in the area. And people are mad about it. I mean, we need data centers. So I'm not one of these people protesting them. Um, you know, should they be they use up a lot of water. I would say, hey, you have to use non-potable water for your cooling, and then put that water back into our water system to be treated, and then it becomes drinking water. I would be doing stuff like that. But when my mom has complained to me about the data centers, I'm like, did you go to your local town meeting about it? No. I go, well, then what do you? Don't complain to me. I can't do anything for you. Go complain to them. If you're not engaged in your local community, don't be upset when shit happens that you don't like. Like our local, they're trying to put in these huge solar farms. We have one that's going in here, and there's another group that's saying we're going to put another one in. If I were to bet on it, I don't think it's going to go in for a couple different reasons, but I don't really want to publicly talk about them. But I go to I don't go to every city council meeting, but I have gone to my city council meeting. I have DMs with several of my city council members. One of them I used to work with. Um, he was actually my boss for a while, and yeah, so I have discussions with them. I am involved in my local community, and if you're not involved, I really don't care what your opinion is on a lot of this stuff. I know TC. TC goes to his local community stuff. He's very involved. And good. Good. But yeah, and here's the other thing. There are other local community activists I talk to all the time. There's several of them. So, you know, for these people, like if you're just sitting back complaining, I really don't care. As far as this whole HOA thing, hey, it, if you went into an HOA, you signed up for this. You signed up for this. But I'm looking at the time, guys. I'm going to get going. Skipper, still want to interview me? Yes, 100% I do. 100% TC, I do want to interview you. I think that would be a very interesting interview, and I think we could post it to both of our channels. I want to interview AVA. Yeah, I want to interview and not just talk about like incidents that we've all been in. I want to talk about you and your service and what makes you guys tick. I think that's important. All right, guys, I'm gonna get going. We have a solar farm close by here. The only issue I have with it is they are never cleaning them off. They built it next to a major highway, and the dust there is covered by panels. kind of pointless. So here in California, in most of California, solar panels make sense. They do. Where TC lives, they don't make sense. If you're doing solar panels in Minnesota, there's a large portion of the year where it's going to barely get any sunlight. They don't make sense there. Wind, like the wind panels don't, or the turbines don't always make sense, especially in somewhere where TC is, where they're going to freeze. Doesn't make sense. However, California is not investing into tidal power. Tides, it doesn't matter if the sun's shining. Like if the sun's not shining, solar panels not really making a lot of energy. It needs direct sunlight. Tides are always going. We need to invest in tidal power in this country. Alabama has, but the rest of us need to. And the fact that like hydroelectric power in general is way more efficient, and it's something like 20%. It might even be more than that, like 25% of our power generation. I'm glad to see New Jersey putting in new nuclear reactors. We do need that. We need to start taking these we need new nuclear reactors to take the old ones offline because the new ones are safer. So we need a huge investment in hydroelectric and nuclear power. That's what we need. But people here in California, oh, we got to save the coastline. What does it matter if it's 2 miles off the coast? Who's that affecting? It's not affecting the surfers or anything like that. And it's actually the turbines help the marine life. So, all right, guys, I'm going to get going. It was a good discussion today. Thank you so much for being here. And as always, thank you for being worth serving.
Coffee brewing as the sun peeks through the haze. Birds are chirping, serenading morning's praise. Front porch creaks as dreams fade away. America's awakened to a brand new day. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Loose print smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakening at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, wanting just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Tractors rumble, fields coming alive. Big wheels turning where hopes and dreams strive. Laughter echoes down the old dirt road. America's awakened to lighten her load. America's awakened to lighten her load.
Hey there, Veteran Nation fans. I am talking to you today because I have teamed up with a company that's dedicated to supporting veterans. What they do is they help you gather all the medical evidence that you're going to need to submit a VA disability claim. Now, it's all that is designed to help you get the benefits that you have earned. Right now, more than 17 million veterans don't have their full benefits. And if that sounds something familiar, either for yourself or a family member, now is the time to act. With this company, what they offer is free consultations with the medical team so they can figure out how they can best help you. And what they provide is board certified doctors with experience working with the VA, comprehensive medical documentation for both physical and mental conditions. And the services that they provide include nexus letters, telehealth evaluations, DBQs, TDIU, aid and attendance, and so much more. What you're going to do is you're going to click the link that's in the description of this video and sign up for a free consultation. Make sure you do me a favor, share this, and also tag a veteran. Let's help more people get every single thing that they have earned.